on how to build clean energy. In this field, no one can teach Brazil a lesson, so that we can avoid that there'll be growth of cities around the hydroelectric
the coast of Brazil have been discovered. It's hoped that that will provide a huge amount of income for the economy in years to come. Looking at what's happened in the Gulf of Mexico, does it concern you, this deep-sea oil drilling?
On the oil that comes from Brazil, I have sent a draft bill to Congress. I don't want the oil money to be used for the board of directors to buy Rolex watches. I want the oil money to be used so that we can invest more in education, in science and technology, in environmental issues, and on the cultural issues.
There's one more issue I want to touch on, and that's the World Cup 2014. Will Brazil be ready?
We'll be ready.
All right, all right, all right. Good morning. Good morning, Vietnam. As Robin Williams once said, in one of my favorite movies, I forgot the name of the movie. Good Morning Vietnam. I think that was the name of the movie, Good Morning Vietnam. But, oh my goodness, I'm in love, y'all. I'm in love. I found one. I think I might have found one politician that displays signs of humanity. I don't know, displays signs that they actually might have a warm beating heart somewhere in that body. Well, okay, I'll be fair. This is President Lula da Silva of Brazil, and he's not the president anymore. But he's the one now who's being held in a compound by his supporters. Well, not being held, but they want to arrest him and put him in prison because he took an apartment from a construction group company, whatever. And they said, that's corruption. We got to put you in prison. And we talked about it a little last week. But why did y'all tell me about Lula? Nobody told me anything about Lula. And, uh-oh. How come I'm not seeing a picture? Can y'all hear me? I can see comments, but no video. Uh-oh. Houston, are we having problems? Let me back out. I don't see it either. Let me back out and go back in. Nope, I don't see any video either. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. I see my video. Okay. I had to refresh. So if you're having problems seeing the video, you can do a refresh. Unfortunately, the deep state is always trying to do something. They're always trying to play these little games where they can. How's everybody doing this morning? So, but I was listening to Lula. So it caught my eye because I'm always looking for something, someone to step up, right? The world has to get behind somebody who not only act like they understand, they speak like they understand, and they live in a nation that will allow them to do what's right. And so, highly interesting. I don't know why no one told me about Lula. I didn't know anything about him. I guess he was real prominent on the liberal side. Liberals, I guess, have been following him because of what Obama said about him. And this is not a... I'm harsh on Obama. I am. And I'm harsh on Trump because I'm supposed to be. I'm harsh on Bush. I'm harsh on Clinton. But to clarify, when I say Obama, do you know what I'm actually saying? When I say Trump, do you know what I'm actually saying? I'm actually saying deep state, right? I'm actually saying the controllers that tell them exactly what to do, exactly what to say, when to say it, how to say it, why to say it. So I think that's really how we got here. I mean, there's all types of things that make up the soup or the problems of the world. But mostly it's because we cling to those identities. And so I don't say I'm clinging to Lula's identity. Lula, I'm not clinging to his identity. I'm just really starting to listen to him speak and listen to the things he's saying. He grew up on the streets of Brazil. Let me show you a picture. This is not him, but this is where he grew up. He grew up shining shoes of the wealthiest. Shining the shoes. He grew up in extreme poverty. We talk about the makeups of a politician who might actually start to lead us out of here. As I say, I don't believe politics is our way out, but it is a vehicle that we will have to utilize in fixing the world. We can't get around that. It's never going to happen that all the governments of the world collapse and we can actually put in a government that actually cares or gives a damn about human beings or children. We can't do that. We are going to need soldiers in government. So I always kind of look for what politicians act like they have ability to be somebody we should get behind. And it seems that Lula might have that makeup. I mean, he grew up poor, which is required, right? If you're going to lead a world or a people, you should be from those people. You shouldn't be from the yachts, right? So he grew up poor. But not only that, he grew up and he shined the shoes of the wealthiest. And I think that brings about a psychological makeup that's very key to really knowing how ugly really is, you know. And that person, he's shining into the kids who are shining shoes of the guy in that picture, and they actually got some nice shirts on. They got some nice pants. They're not as poor. Let me hold on. Let me switch over. I looked up some pictures of Brazil and poverty. You know, we want someone who was actually raised in a multicultural, multi-religion, impoverished type of environment. And that person might actually have the ability to understand that what's wrong with the world is extreme poverty. And it comes from people with extreme wealth. And it's embraced by people of moderate wealth, the sellouts, the ones who don't want to change the system. So I was listening to a couple things he was saying. I think it was powerful that the president of Venezuela, what did he say? I posted a quote by him. The president of Venezuela said that he was that he was the anti-imperialist gladiator. Now, of course, he denied that because he had to deny it. You can't come out and say that. But the things that he's done for the poor in his nation were phenomenal. And so I like him. I don't know anything about him yet. I just watched a few lectures of him talking, and not lectures, but interviews. It seems that he was doing everything he could to stop the wars. He spoke about peace. One of his quotes was that he said, only peace can guarantee tranquility of the world. He always talked about the poor. He always talked about equality. He followed through so much, and his people love him to a point where they've got him surrounded in this union compound, and they're refusing to let the police take him. So I think we got to pay attention to that. I think I like him in terms of what he's done, who he is. Now, honestly, I think that you don't get to stay a human being when you ascend to that levels of power. I think eventually they corrupt you. Eventually they always get to you. And when that happens, that's when people are supposed to back away. But he appears to be one. He was critical of the wars. He was critical of, nuclear, the whole nuclear proliferation discussion. He kind of called America on some of their things, not everything. He understood that the trade agreements were just about imperialism. So I love him. I like him. So y'all know something about him, y'all can tell me. A lot of stuff in the news this morning. How was everybody doing this morning? We'll go through the news. But I wanted to share a little bit on Lula and see if y'all can give me some feedback as to who he is. I like him. I like him. I like him because of what he does and what he says. And the minute he says something I don't like, he says stuff I don't like too. He said something about the war on drugs. And I think that you kind of got to play ball to a degree. I was kind of laughing. I was looking at, because Obama, what did Obama say about him? I know, I'm going to get some people mad. I'm going to say, it's going to be weird. I'm going to be a mocha person, and I don't like the word black. I will never use that. I hate it. I don't want to use that no more because it's stupid. It was given to us by slave owners, and it means nothing. Even African-American don't make no damn sense because Africa don't want us back. They have nothing to do with us. So I like the word mocha. I don't know. I'm a mocha something. Mocha colonial type of person who doesn't want to be a colonizer. That's who I am. So it's weird to see a mocha person say something positive about Obama. I know, but I'm gonna say something positive. I think even Trump, because I always got to link them together. I don't want anybody getting confused. But I think they have moments in time where they actually say the truth. I think between the cracks, if you're really paying attention, they're allowed to say something that's positive. And what did Obama say about him? He said he is the most popular president in the world, or he's the most popular politician in the world. And I think that was one of those little hints that the presidents are actually allowed to say that gets through the cracks to get people to look in the right directions of politicians who might actually do something positive in this crazy little world we live in. Let me do this. Let me do this. Where do I want to go this morning? I think because there's a whole bunch of stuff going on today. Oh, I didn't say hi. I didn't say hi to people. Hi, people. How y'all doing this morning? So we were talking about this weekend. We were talking about women running the world. I still think women should run the world. That's just me. I think it should be representative. There should be enough women in government and leaders of everything, from churches to schools to everything, to equate the people who they're actually ruling over. I don't believe in government. I don't want you to think that I believe that, but I do think it needs to be representative. But it also needs to be representative from a poverty perspective, right? If the people we actually put in office, the people we put in charge of the association, local government, the townships, all the way up to the presidents and the World Trade Organizations, whatever, if we actually put people who are representative of the people they rule, then that might be a way out. So I'm gonna add to that I don't think not only does there need to be a lot more non-male associating with male, masculine, whatever type of people in government, but they also need to be regular everyday people. They need to be people from backgrounds that are representative of the majority of people in the world, and that is poverty. Good morning, Elaine and Buddha. How you doing? Alicia, good morning. Hopefully you can see the comments in the video now. I had to refresh. I couldn't even see it myself. Sandra and Crystal, you hear and see? Good. Okay, we got that problem fixed. Alicia and Christine, the sun is shining on the East Coast. Yes, it is, Elaine. I mean, Christine, it is shining out there. It's pretty. It's going to be a pretty day. It's going to be a pretty day. No more idols, puppets, and talking heads. Thank you, Brother Braden. You're always spot on. We got to get past the silliness. We got to get past the identity politics. Wilhelmina, good morning. Millions of Blindmeister are listening to you, mostly in Russia. Oh, okay. I'm not even sure what that is, Wilhelmina, but I appreciate it. You're always so helpful. I have no idea what a Blindmeister is. But you know, Wilhelmina, I was raised in America. In America, they like to keep us dumb and stupid like mushrooms in a dark room, and they feed us a lot of bull. So I appreciate that. Good morning, Mary and Shelly and Nikki. Good morning. Renee, and who else is here? Joyce, all right, and Crystal. Good morning, good morning. It's cold. The weekend was winter. This week will be summer. Yeah, Crystal, it was cold all this weekend. It was horrible. It was bad. I thought I was about time. Usually I'm starting to take my plants out. I'm not even taking my plants out now because the deep state messing with the weather. Is what I believe. I kind of believe that. I do. I sort of kind of believe climate change. It wasn't the planet changing nothing. I think they was messing with the weather with HARP and all these weather systems. They screwed things up and they realized, oh, we can do this and get a lot of people scared, make the water levels rise. You know, and speaking like screwing up things in the environment, y'all hear about Nestle? Did y'all hear about Nestle? I just heard about Nestle. Apparently Nestle is pumping aquifers dry. They're doing the same thing they've been doing all over the world, Pepsi Cola and India and everywhere else. They show up and they say, we're going to bring jobs to your area. Hire a bunch of people, put the wells deep down in your aquifer, start pumping all the water out. And once all the water's out, you got an economy is booming, people are working. Oh, this is good. Nestle done helped us, raising us out of poverty. And as soon as the well run dry, they close up shop and get the hell out of Dodge. The economy collapses. Farm in India, the farmers are committing suicide. But I think in India, though, correct me if I'm wrong, somebody, I think it was Pepsi. and they disappear. They bring about climate change. They bring about environmental change. People can't migrate because of borders, and so people die. In India, the farmers were committing suicide. So we've seen this all before, and so there's a whole lot of stuff there. So we talk about climate change actually being, partially brought on from some of the dumbness that human beings have been doing with weather systems, and the dumbness we do with pumping aquifers dry, the water levels in rivers going down, animals migrating out the area because they can't get water, farmers going out of business because they can't pump the water out. And here we are going for this. Let me see if I can find the news on it. Here we are going for this again and again and again and again. Y'all ever watch Teletubbies? Again. Y'all watch, who was that on Teletubbies who said that? Hold on. Y'all don't watch Teletubbies? Anybody watch? Is this just me? It's just me. I watch Teletubbies by myself. Nobody. Let me see if I can find the news on that. Not the news on Teletubbies, but on Teletubbies, there's a Teletubby. Is it Poe or Tinky Winky? I forgot his name. My son used to make me watch it all the daggone time. That's all we watched was some Teletubbies. That brother, he wanted to be Poe, but he always says again. And we can't seem to learn our lesson that we keep doing the same thing again and again and again and again. And the chicken's going to come home to roost. All right, America, this is how it works. In any country that's doing this, the chickens will always come home to roost. Whatever oppression and disparity and poverty you put on another country, you basically take in your psychopath leaders and you've convinced them this is normal, it's normalized, it's good, it's delicious. You start feeding the wolves above you. What do you think when the wolves show up? If you give them your baby sheep, we give our oligarchs, our kings, our lords, our presidents, our prime ministers, we give them the weakest among us. We give them the impoverished countries. We give them Africa. We give them the Middle East. We give them Palestine and Gaza. We give them the people worst off in South America and Brazil. And the wolves, they get to eat, and I'm just tearing the young up. And we're just like sheep. We're grown sheep, a little wealthy, got a little money. Like, but the wolves ain't never going to come for us. Nope. But we're going to teach the wolves it's okay to murder people. It's okay to start wars. It's okay to steal their water. And we think, the wolves are never going to be hungry enough to come for us. And guess what? Nestle showed up to come for you. Let me see if I can find the news on that. Y'all didn't tell me about Nestle. Hold on, let me see if I can do this. I hate advertisements. That's why I don't watch TV. That's another reason I watch it. I hate advertisements. I can't stand it when people want to sell me something and I didn't ask for it. It's unsolicited. I turn on the television because I want to watch Tinky Winky or Poe or Teletubbies. I did not turn on the news because I want to watch you selling me some pharmaceutical drugs. I don't take none of the drugs. Your algorithms don't work. I don't care nothing about what y'all got to say because you're always lying anyway. All right, hold on. Let me see if I can do this. And I'm going to call it again. We got to stop being some damn Teletubbies. Somebody tell me who was that? Was that Poe? I think it was Poe because Poe couldn't speak. He was the little red one. I don't think he could speak. Okay, there we go. Whoa, Bill Cosby in the news. What happened? Cosby sexual assault retrial getting underway. They coming for you, Bill. Jello pudding pops. Somebody gonna pop your pudding. You going to prison. They gonna pop your pudding. We could talk about Cosby. I don't want to talk about Cosby though. Oh boy. Yeah, you not. Oh boy, they gonna get you in prison, boy. You mess with kids, they put you in prison. Listen, there's humans in prison too. There's a whole lot. In fact, most of them in prison human, and they know how to take care. Ooh, boy, brother, that's gonna hurt. All right, look, let me show you this. Look.
U.S. state of Michigan right now. Despite widespread public opposition, the food giant Nestle is being allowed to extract more drinking water from the state's groundwater table. It can now extract around 1,500 litres per minute. That's around 500 more than was previously allowed. Now, that has sparked huge concerns about the environmental consequences for all this. A poll shows this quite clearly. Nearly 81,000 people didn't want Nestle to extract more of the water versus around just 75 who said.
All right, so hold on. Who the 75? We need to know who the 75 is. This is why I don't like these polls, man. I don't like them. I want to know who the 75 is. I want to know who the 75. What did Brother Mark just say? All cities have the Flint water problem. Nothing is to be done either. all cities. Well, you know, it's all over the world. Water is life, as we keep saying. Water is life. Without water, you die in 3 days. Without clean water, you will die of cancer in 30 years or 3 years. You know, so water absolutely is life. And all cities have their Flint water problem. But you know what? And that's a good one, Mark. So before we get with Nestle, that's a good point. But they only talk about Michigan. And some people know why that is. They only talk about Michigan because it's this game that they play. We're going to help you, but we're not going to help them. And I had a plumbing friend who kind of explained it, wherein they have the same type of pipes. We had the same type of water. Now, some of the water is a little browner, yellower than other countries. Some of the water got a little fracking in there. And so the gases and different things. Some of them put a little too much chlorine in it. Y'all know about chloramine, do you? That's when they're switching chlorine to chloramine, where that's when they take it, they add ammonia to it. So now it's not a gas. So the aerator on your sink actually won't take the chlorine out. It means it's chlorine. It's a liquid form, chloramine, which means it's guaranteed to get in your body. Guaranteed to go down in your stomach. It's guaranteed to kill off the flora and the fauna, so your body can't protect itself. Your gut bacteria can't talk to your brain. Your body don't work right. But it's all the same thing. But they get you to talk about one group. We need to help this one group, you know. And initially it was right, because yeah, that group is having trouble. That wherever they are, we need to get there, swoop down and do something about it. But they always see us coming. The first picture I showed, the brother who was getting his shoes shined, they always see it coming. They just sit back like, oh, yeah, okay. But this Flint, Michigan thing ain't going to work, because we're going to co-opt this. We're going to take this. They take it, don't they, Brother Mark? And they make it about, let's just help those people. Let's not talk about the fact that all over the country, you got Flint, Michigans everywhere. Let's not talk about everything in the water. And we're so dumb, we go along with it. We don't stop and say, oh, my gosh, this is everywhere. We need to fix this everywhere. And everybody stand up and we all ride together. Well, peacefully ride. And we bring about change and we get clean water. And we get Nestle and these companies stop taking and tainting the water. That's not what happens. They get us all to focus on just Flint, Michigan. And maybe, possibly, we kind of fix their water solution, which will break down in 10 years anyway. And nowhere around the country, dude. But it's the same, they always co-opt. The same thing to politician. If you actually say something that's true, and it's too powerful and people listen, they will co-opt you. We said, whether it's Obama or Bernie or Trump, it's always the same thing. With the food industry, look up Michael Pollan, what happened with the food industry, right? The food industry is phenomenal. He studied the food industry for 11 years, and his study was amazing. He showed that they're watching us. They're paying attention, right? And when they see that we're listening to somebody, we're listening to something that actually makes some damn sense, they say, oh, okay, avocados are healthy, are they? Okay, so they go in there, they take the same package, the same chemicals, the same chemical cereal, the same chemical spaghetti, the same chemical tomato sauce, and the same chemical mayonnaise, and they start slapping pictures of avocados on the front. They take like a drop of avocado juice in the... see where you sent me, Mark? See, this is what happens. I read the comments. You put a little drop of avocado juice in there. They put avocado mayonnaise, avocado nays, avocado ketchup, avocado this, and it's like, oh, it's a superfood. But the food industry knows people that we're a picture people. Unfortunately, we're dumb. We are a picture people. We say, oh, it's got an avocado picture on the front of it. That must mean it's healthy cereal. And we just buy the cereal, start feeding to our kids. Meanwhile, it's the same damn chemical stuff. Nobody turns it over and reads the ingredients and realizes the last thing on the bottom is avocado just before the other ... Do you know how to read an ingredient label? It's important. It's important. I know. Martin has sent me down this avenue, but it's important. All my kids, I make them ingredient label readers. We are the weird people. Yes, in the grocery store, my kids and I be like this. What's in there? You know, my son, if I pick up something, oh, they get me too. This is why kids will teach you. If you teach them right, they teach you too. Oh, long story. I'm not gonna say what happened this morning. I got into a discussion with my brother, but every generation has to be an upgrade. How does every generation be an upgrade? You teach your kids to be critical thinkers, not little indoctrinated clones of your dumbness. And so like my kids, I teach them to be critical thinkers. So I grab something. Sometimes my tummy get to rumbling. Yeah, I go grocery shopping and I'm hungry. I kind of grab a few things. I might actually grab the box of Twinkies. Actually, no, I didn't do that. I won't grab a box of. I forgot what it was I picked up. I picked up something and my son was Daddy, did you read the label? I said, well, son, I didn't, Daddy, you didn't read the label. Well, son, sometimes, Daddy, you said we're supposed to read the ingredients, and he nailed me on it. He's like, looking at the ingredients, so this is good. But you know what? But that's, oh man, Mark, you done sent me way down the avenue, because it actually works across the board too. When you even infect your family, I infected some of my family, like 2.02%. As an ingredient label readers, 0.02. And so there was an apple pie that I loved, y'all. It was an apple pie. I'm gonna tell you, I know we're supposed to talk about Nestle, but Mark then sent me down the avenue. Everybody thank brother Mark. So I had this apple pie that I loved. I was telling everybody about it. It was Giant. Giant had a sugar-free apple pie. Man, that stuff was delicious. I was eating my sugar-free apple pie. I felt, it's still apple pie, but they actually were doing the right thing. The farmer was actually picking the apple at the right time, so it had the right sugar content. So the apple pie was delicious. That's why they put sugar in apple pie, because the farmer, the corporation, because he's not a farmer no more, the corporation wants the apples picked at a certain time, and it has nothing to do with nature. It has nothing to do with when the apples are ready. It has nothing to do with when after all the compounds go in it that make you healthy, and then the plant, then the acids break it down and it becomes sugary, and so the mammals will eat it. That's why deer don't eat peaches till a certain time, because they're smarter than you. So anyway, so they had this apple pie. I was eating apple pie. I told my mom about it, told my brothers about it, everybody about it. And one day, my condescending brother, who is a chemical eater, believes in all the narratives in the world. He was the one who made me anti-establishment before he began to love the establishment. But we're going to go down that road. He turned over my apple pie because Giant did a flip-flop on me. They flip-flopped it. It was all chemical. He said, Ken, did you read this? I said, what do you mean did I read it? I flipped it on, read it. They call me Ken. People call me different things. He flipped it. I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding me? Because you start buying it, and then they'll flip the ingredients on you. So they flipped. So I was done with it. I was done with Giant apple pie. They flip it on you. But anyway, I said all that to say this. Brother Mark, you're spot on. And that is it, is that they get you to focus in one area. They're so smart at playing us against each other. They're so smart at co-opting these things, becoming these things, and we still cheer it. Because we got, man, Mark, and he lined up the whole damn conversation today. We have this identity. When we say identity politics, it's not just about people and politicians. It's about words and concepts. It might even be some sort of a psychological thing that when we hear a word, we automatically want to embrace it, or we automatically need to fight it. When we hear the word left, when we hear the word right, liberal, conservative, progressive, Flint, Michigan. Dapple. Oh, we don't want to talk about it. America. Oh, Brazil. Oh, UK. So I don't know. Mark, you done sent me way down the avenue today. Let me pull it up. Let me pull up a little bit. So, but that's that's the thing behind embracing the truth as opposed to embracing what makes you feel good. Don't worry about the feeling. You hear the word Obama, you're like, yeah. Or boo, you hear the word Trump, yay, boo. Get away from because they use that against us. It's a psychological thing. And oh man, Mark, you messed everything up. Everybody say Mark messed it up. No, Mark, this is good. This is awesome, man. You sent me, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. But that's what we do is we go on emotion after a certain point. We go on a feeling of something after a certain point. We don't actually stop and listen to what's being said and the damage that can come out of that. So if you are a Christian and you say, I support love, I was going to talk about that. I might talk about some Christianity, man. I feel the need that I have to, but you say the whole basis, the whole basis of the religion, let me tell you this. Before the Crusaders got there, the whole basis of the religion was love. It was about helping people and the poor. They saw that coming. Oh no, Mark, it's on your topic. It's on your topic. It's your topic, by the way. They saw that coming, like, oh, wait a minute, helping people and brotherly love and looking at thou shalt not murder and thou shalt not steal. Oh, hell no. Somebody saw it coming. The 0.01% colonizers, imperialisms, whatever you want to call them, they saw it coming. Like, oh no, we're going to take this Christianity thing, man. We're going to put this thing under the realms of the king. We got to make it colonizer friendly. We got to take this little religion thing. They talking about love and feeding poor people and stuff. Hell no. No. You can wipe all that out. Then went and canonized the Bible, took it, deleted, did all kind of crazy, changed stuff, all kind of stuff. to make it colonizer friendly. But you know, the good thing, if you actually read your Bible, this is why I tell my atheist friends all the time, y'all need to read the Bible. You do. I know they're like, this mother tell me to read the Bible. Read the Bible. Trust me. Because if the majority of people are saying we are in this gang, we're in this gang called Christian, thug life, read their book so you can put the book in front of their face. There's a reason why I am Christian, but the majority of my friends are almost all atheists. There's a reason why. There's a reason why. Because the book says not to be a hypocrite. The book tells you about love and taking care of people. They left just enough of a mistake in that book, just enough scriptures to prove that the book is not complete, to prove that they deleted a whole bunch of stuff, to prove that you're supposed to be behind love and not murdering people. When your conservative leadership starts to murder people, you're not supposed to be with them. Otherwise, you're not following this thing called Christ, this ancient old religion that came from other stuff that we don't know nothing about and barely know who God is, barely know what the Christ thing is. But the ministers don't know neither. The preachers don't know, and damn sure the Pope don't know. All right, Mark, all right, you didn't take me. Woo. So anyway, so it's your job to fight. It's your job to fight. So that's, if you are somebody who actually loves Christ, the majority of your battle is with Christians. I'm gonna tell you right now, that's where the fight is. The fight is because they're not Christian. They were taken over, and the vast majority, I think they want to love Christ. I do. I think they want to, but the problem is once you're indoctrinated so hardcore, you don't get to a point where you can stand up to the previous generation's indoctrination. And this is why you get so much angst and anti-religionisms. Most religions are founded in love and doing the right thing, but they always take it over, like the food industry, like the water industry. See what Mark Eden did? Hypocrites. Yes, thank you, Brother Harley. Hypocrites. They're hypocrites because they don't actually read their books. You know, atheists, they don't read their nature. You don't read biology. You don't like, and so you get co-opted and you join this gang screaming thug life, West Side, you know, whatever, and you're out there fighting with your gang colors on and you don't realize how stupid you are. Man, I don't think one comment has ever sent me down the road that deep. Shelly, what you say? You're on a roll. I'm cracking up over here. Gonna have to rewatch. All right, well, you know what, Shelly? That's Mark. You have to tell Mark. Mark, that's why I love y'all. I love my people. I love how y'all, you just say something and just like, sometimes I think y'all play me more than I say anything. I think it's just like, oh, he gonna say this. Why? I see where he's going. I see where, you put in a comment. And I can't even talk about Nestle. Who the hell is Nestle? I didn't forget who Nestle is. What Nestle doing? So anyway, who the hell is this 75? Who are these people? Will somebody go to Michigan and start smacking people? You 75, 75, 75. They said, I guarantee you they are. I bet you if you go to Nestle's website and you look at how many supervisors, managers, and CEOs are actually living in Michigan, it's gonna be 75. It might be 76. It's gonna be 74, but damn, it's gonna be close to that number. So 81,000 people said, we don't want this. We've seen you do this in India. We've seen you do this in Africa. We've seen you do this in the Middle East. You pump the water, you take the gold, you get the coltan, you take in Congo, you get the soil, the Chiquita banana, you kill everybody, and then we don't have an economy later because you disappear and take every damn thing. 81,000 people got it, and the government still lets them pump it out. Why? Let me go back to the news. Mark, why you do that, Mark?
It was okay, but that was ignored with the authorities saying that the poll was irrelevant and didn't apply to their policies.
In full transparency, the majority of the public comments were in opposition of the permit, but most of them related to issues of public policy which are not and should not be part of an administrative permit decision.
Part of an administrative permit decision. What they say? That's a nice way of saying it's nacho. It's nacho. That's what they mean. Nacho. It's not your business, dummy. You're a poor slave. Hold on. Where's that picture? Where my shoe shine kid at? Where he at? It's not your business. This is you. You shine his shoes. It's not your business. You don't get to decide. What you think you live here? 81,000 people? Let me blow this up a little bit. Lulu, I love you, but I need these kids in front of me. What you think your job here is to shine shoes? Damn it. Go to work. Hold on, I'm about to preach. Right there. Hold on. Make it a little bigger. Go to work. Shine my shoes, dummy. You don't get to decide in here. Your job is to drink the water and pay for it. Drink the water, pay for it. Shut the hell up. Go to work. Shine my shoes. Pick your cotton. Go, the lawyer, do your lawyerism. Accounting, do your accountingism. If you're a programmer, do your programism. You go to work, pick your damn cotton. You don't tell us how we determine who gets to pump your water out. It's not your business. This is why I'm saying, all right, I'm not going to preach. Hold on, let me go back. They're going to make me preach today. But it's not your business. And this is why the majority of poor people, if you don't have $1 billion in the bank, I'm talking to you, you're poor, damn it, and you're a slave. How more obvious can they make it to you that you have no control? They don't care what you think. I know people right now over in India, they like this. They just clap like, yeah, it's coming to America. It's coming. Coming to America. Ooh, ooh. Y'all remember that movie? Good movie. But this is how it happens. The chickens always come home to roost because you convince your government that you're okay with it. You're okay with gun violence in another country. Now you're upset with it at home. Then you take everybody's gun at home and you stop to realize that in the other countries, all the war is gun control. They're trying to take the poor people's guns because they want to pump their water. They want to take their coltan and minerals of their oil. Same damn thing, but it always revisits you. What you do to other people will always come home. So don't, like Brother Harley said, don't be a damn hypocrite. Don't be. And it's our job to call them hypocrites with love, though. So we got to be, we got to be a little careful. We got to always, because you don't want to invoke that tribalism in them, right? You don't want to piss them off. You piss them off, then you're in for a fight. Then we can't change anything because you invoke that little endocrine response and whatever it is, and now they got to fight you. In fact, shoot, my Obama friends they might like me. I'm about to say something positive. Say something positive about Obama. All right, this is going to be dangerous. Trump people, just hang in there for a minute. Hang in there for a minute. But I say the same thing about Trump. Every now and again. But anyway, let me finish with the Nestle before I go there. So Nestle's pumping the water out. And what they're saying is, they're saying at the end of it to explain to you that, but we're going to monitor it very closely. And if the water levels drop, we're going to make them stop. And if you believe that, you're dumb as a bag of bricks. Dumb as not even bricks. You might be dumb as a bag of rocks. Bricks, there was some intelligence in bricks. People put them together. They had to make them and form them. They've been using bricks. They've been building houses, bricks made of clay for the longest time. It's too much intelligence, bro. You dumb as a bag of rocks. That's not how this works. When you give corporations the power to do, they will do on you. That's how it works. It's like a horse. You let a horse bring his head in the tent in the rain. You won't be outside the tent. The horse gonna be in the rain. And right now, America out in the rain, it's raining, it's cold, it's dark. The horse all the way in the tent. Wall Street, you ain't getting my analogy. Wall Street is the horse. They're in the tent. They're warm. They got the fire. They leaning on the cot little bed. They a little comfy, kind of, and America's standing out in the rain, shivering, and the Americans out there in the rain like, oh, it's raining. It ain't rain, it's piss. It's cold piss. And then Wall Street just pissing on you, laughing. It's cold, but at least it's raining. I got water. They're pissing on you, calling it rain. And it's like, well, but it's okay because I'm not that cold. It's people further from the tent. They're colder than we are. We're getting a little tent. We standing by the edge of the tent. I'm getting a little warmth right here. Every now and then the horse fart. And the horse fart come out, the gas come out. It make us warm. We a little high up on the plantation. I got a nice job. I got a Benz in the house. We're pretty good. Then my kids, if I send them to college, get them a job, get them to work for Wall Street, they have a little fart too. They had a little warm too. They're not as bad as the people further out. We doing pretty good, y'all. Ain't we doing good? We's good. We's good, boss. We's good. We's doing well, ain't we, boss? Yeah, I was about to go into my slave voice. We's doing good, boss. Is we okay, Wall Street? We's all doing good. We's gonna pick it real good today. Yeah, boss. Woo, I done put the new heels on Bessie. I got the horse. It's running good, boss. We's good, ain't we? We's good. I got the new rims on the Benz, boss. We're doing real good, ain't we, boss? All right, don't send me down that. Oh, Lord. See what you did, Mark. Everybody, what the hell wrong with you, Mark? Oh, Lord, hold on. Let me come down. Oh, let me come down. Woo, boy, I love me some Lulu. I would talk about Lulu today, and I'm all over the place. Oh, man, but you got to keep an eye for the politicians that show just a little bit of humanity, just got a little warm blood. And so, all right, so I was going to say something positive about Obama. I am. Damn it. Stay in line. Shut up. I'm going to say something positive about Obama. I'm going to say something positive about all of them. I think all of these men mean well. The few women y'all vote for too, I think they do. I do. You're not going to convince me otherwise. I think that they grow up in this society like we do, but they don't grow up like those kids, right? They don't know it all. They know just enough of it. And they fight the power too. They rage against the machine too, but they didn't rage hard enough because they didn't have it hard enough. They didn't have it bad enough. They didn't grow up in a trailer park. They didn't grow up in the hood, so they didn't have it so bad. So when that chance came, when they could have made a difference, Obama, Trump, Clinton, Bush, not even Bush. Nah, take Bush out. Never mind. I say Bush. Take Bush out. The oil man. He can grow up with all that money. But when they had that one chance to make a difference and decide they could fight the power, they decided to join the power. They decided we need to rage for the machine. So I'm going to say something positive. I'm going to say something positive. I had to make sure I put my honesty out there first. Yeah, somebody said Obama inhaled. Thank you, Rochelle, didn't he? He drank the Kool-Aid and he decided to sell out. It's our job to say he sold out. It's our job to call him a sellout. It's not that we dislike him. You can still like him as a person. You know what? I like what he says. I do. He just didn't do it. He didn't do none of it, you know? So, but you can still love somebody and call him sellout. Trust me. Look, I look at people in my family every day, all day long. I look at it like, you sellout bastard. But I love the hell out of you. Gotta just speak the truth, but apply the love. Let me show you. I'm gonna say something positive. Let me see if I can find this thing. Something positive Obama said. Let me, watch this.
Unless we harness the potential of every American and ensure that their skills match up to the work of the future.
To the work of the future. That's a good thing. You want to match the skills of the kids to the work of the future. If you know what the work of the future is going to be, it's a good thing. If you don't, then you're screwed. But, you know.
And that starts with education, especially in fields like science and technology and engineering and math.
Hold on, take it back. Did y'all see what that was? That was his teleprompter. The teleprompter fell.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, goodness.
That's all right.
Is it?
All of you know who I am.
All of you know who I am. Now, for the next few moments, keep in mind, he is not being told what to say. Pay attention.
But I'm sure there's somebody back there that's really nervous right now.
Is somebody back there who is really nervous right now? Okay, I'm not going to go down the rest of it. I don't think it means what you think it means. I think at this moment he told you, it's not a group of people back there. It's not 8 people back there. It's not ladies, but it's a man back there who is really nervous because my teleprompter just dropped. I am no longer being controlled. If somebody doesn't come pick this thing up, I might say something. Look.
Don't you think?
Don't you think he's scared? Scared as hell too, like a slave. Like a slave. Oh Lord, they're gonna whip the hell out of me if I. Oh Lord, what am I saying? Oh Jesus. Somebody come get this thing because I might say something. They got Sasha Malia Bo. They're about to shoot him and do whatever. If I say the wrong thing, so he out there, he's just like a slave in headlights.
They're sweating bullets back there right now.
Yeah, they sweating bullets. Then they sweat and they loading bullets too. This is how this works. I think all of these guys are probably good guys. I think they were good guys. I think after a while they screw you up so bad. But it doesn't mean what I think you think it means. And I don't know how I got to this. I was looking up Obama, Brazil, because he said the positive things about Lula, and I saw this. And I was like, oh my God, hold on. He's passing a message. Listen to this. Because Trump, I think Trump was a good guy. He was a rich billionaire. He's a little spoiled, very spoiled, very spoiled. But this is why I actually listen sometimes when he talks. I don't listen a lot because I'm not into politics, but I kind of listen because when the teleprompter is gone, they'll say the truth. It'll slip out their mouth. All right, listen.
Where were we?
Scared as hell, because they're all being controlled. Every last one of them, like puppets on a string. That's what it's all about. But we have to get past this. All right, look, if you're still into this identity politic thing, and you still actually think that these men are allowed to actually do what they want and say what they want and actually speak. You're the problem, man. You the problem. You, that's it. You right. Not even Nestle. Not even Nestle. Do you say it Nestle or Nestle? Nestle. Nestle ain't the problem. You the problem. Man, we love you, but you so stupid. You don't see the strings. They're all puppets doing this. And this was one of these moments when he told you, damn it, I don't know what to say. They're going to kill Michelle. They're going to kill my puppies. They're going to do all kind of horrible things. If I say the wrong shit, somebody come pick this up because I know that you mad at me if I say something. All right, let me keep going. I'm going to keep going. Brother Chris in the house. What's up, Chris? Deer in headlights, yes. Soros, link of Soros. He probably talking about Soros probably standing right there. Yeah, mother, I know you. You better not say. I know you want to help people. You better not say. I know you want Americans to have say in their government. Well, you say something, we're gonna put you in the hot box. That's what I think. But Lulu, I think Lula is one of them. Oh, something else. Let me get past this. Get past this. I can't have this guy on my screen too long. I can't, because I don't believe none of it. I was, how's the saying go? What was it? I was born. Some of y'all act like I was born yesterday, but I wasn't born at midnight. I ain't that stupid. So look at this. So Scripple. Okay, Scripple's in the news. So Scripple, they denied. Let me take this down. I don't see this behind me no more. But it was a thing. I think you pay attention to it. And so what he said, what led me to that is he said that Lula was the most popular politician in the world. And when I posted something from Lula this morning, it was an interview he did talking about some of the things he did. His whole focus was on the poor. Everything was about the poor. I think it was his wife or his mom died because of the poor hospitals. You know, so he was big on healthcare and helping people. And so I think they know that this man is the real deal, or at least he has a whole lot of the real deal. And he actually was doing it because he was poor and he was helping people, and they didn't want none of that to happen anymore. And so they realized that. They said, okay, nah, he can't be president again. Nope, we can't let him. He's got to get out of government. We got to get this guy. He's helping people. He's not, helping the people getting the shoe shine. He's helping the people doing the shining. He can't come in here because it's all about profit and money and all of this stuff. Those are the slaves higher up on the plantation. Things going a little well for him. And so, all right, keep going. Keep going. That's Lula. I think we got to keep eyes on Lula. Lula is one of the real deals. Scripple's niece. Oh, and Russia did it news. So Scripple's niece can't go to Russia. No, can't go to UK. That's what it is. So the Scripple's niece actually wanted, I want to look at this. Let me see if I can look at this. Scripple's niece wanted to.
Imagine your cousin and uncle are hospitalized and in critical condition. You'd likely freak out and rush to their sides. This is Victoria Skripal, Sergei Skripal's niece. To do just that, she, as a Russian citizen, needs a UK visa. But she was denied.
We have refused a visitor visa application from Victoria Skripal on the grounds that her application did not comply with the immigration rules.
So Skripal's niece wants to go visit her uncle and cousin who are now dying of poison. Some of the worst poison on the planet. Just a little ounce drop of it on your teeth, your mouth, your tip of your lip, you're gonna die. But somehow they didn't die. They're doing well. Not only that, we found out this weekend they're being sent to the United States. Why in the world would they be sending Skripal and his wife, his daughter, to the United States? Oh, because the United States had a hell of a lot to do with it.
Victoria says she saw it coming. Just before the no from the UK, there was this phone conversation, allegedly between the Skripal cousins.
But set it up now. This is a conversation between her niece and her, because she saw it coming that they were not going to let her visit.
Господи, Юляш, у тебя все нормально у тебя? Нормально, все хорошо. Смотри, если я завтра получу визу, я к тебе в понедельник прилечу.
I make it bigger. Make it bigger. Make sure y'all can see it. So it's what she said right there. She's saying, look, if I'm granted a lease tomorrow, I'll fly to see you on Monday, Auntie, because I love you. They trying to kill you. Russia's trying to get you. Russia, they did their homework, and they trying to kill you. I want to come see you. I love you.
Ну, телевизор никто не даст, Вик. Ну и, в общем, это...
No one will give you a visa.
Все, ладно. Вот,
Скорее
вам,
всего.
ну, нет, да, тут это, если дадут, то это, мне надо, чтобы ты сказала, что могу я тебя видеть или нет, сказала слово «да». Вот.
Ну, я думаю, нет. Тут сейчас
Ну,
ситуация
вот
такая.
все, я знаю.
Потом разберемся.
I think no. Here's the situation is now. We'll deal with it later. That's it. I know everything. Listen, UK and American government poisoned that poor guy and his daughter. Okay, they're trying to start a Russia did it thing. They started the Russia did it. Y'all jumped on the Russia did it. Y'all believe Russia. Meanwhile, Russia's sitting back there drinking vodka. Like, what the hell is wrong with these dumb Americans? They actually believe their government. I'm not gonna spend any time on that. I don't think anybody got poisoned. I don't think nothing happened. I think it was just some bad tea or something. So I'm not gonna even spend any more time on that. Look at this, Africa. Let me tell you something. Africa, from Africa, you here? Africa, are you listening? Oh, that's me, not it. Africa, are you listening? All right, because right now Rex Tillerson is whispering woo woo in your ear. Woo woo. Don't believe none of the woo woo. Don't believe the woo woo. And because look, pay attention to Ghana, all over Africa, because China invested money, putting factories, bringing technology. Listen to China. China corrupt, they dirty bastards too, but America trying to put bases all over your country, like Obama and African, Trump in this. And remember, when I say Obama and Trump, don't let it trigger your identity. I'm saying deep state. I'm talking about their controllers. I don't give a damn about these guys, particularly because these guys don't make any decision. It's a face. That's all it is. It's because you so silly. You see a face and you're like, oh, okay, he's about to say something good. And you've already said everything good he's about to say. So anyway, let me show you this. Let me show you. Look, here we go. Look at this.
He offered a military base in the West African country.
Ghana has not offered a military base and will not offer a military base to the United States of America.
I remember this is the beginning. So this is when America was going to give Ghana $20 to put a base. Was it 22 million? I don't know. I think it's 22 million to put a damn base in their country and unrestricted access. They can bring anything in out the country anytime they want, whenever they want, however they want. And they offer that to the Ghana government. I think it's 22 million. If it wasn't 22 million, sometimes I mix up the UFO money. Was the UFO the UFO lobbying money was 22 million? I think it was 22 million. It was some ridiculous, dumb amount. People in Ghana stood up and said, hell no, we don't want no American base here. You crazy. You see what they're doing all over the world? They hate us. They hate themselves. They hate everybody. That people too stupid to keep voting for them. Look at this. They said no. Look.
Well, the statement comes after mass protests in Ghana's capital, Accra, against the military deal with the US. The demonstrators were worried such an agreement would give Washington too much influence over the country's sovereignty. RT's Igor Zdanov looks at how the US and other nations have been trying.
And by too much influence, they mean total influence. America gets a military base in there. Ghana does not exist. You are immediately Puerto Rico. But you're not like Puerto Rico. You're not like the Puerto Rico that America kind of likes. You the Puerto Rico that's beneath the boot. You were beneath Puerto Rico's boot after they stepped in some donkey dung. That's what you will be. Don't listen to the woo-woo in the ear. I think Tillerson was on here somewhere. Hold on, what did Tillerson say? They whispering woo in your ear.
Trying to gain a stronger foothold in the continent.
Uncle Sam is wooing Africa, boasting about their strong historical bond, a family tree. Washington's key argument is a 7,000-strong core of soldiers scattered all across the continent. The impression this map makes is unambiguous. Africa is no one's playpen but America's. This impression is wrong, though. In fact, many African nations prefer relations not secured by the US dollar. And Ghana is the latest country on the US troublemaker list. And
So he done said it all right there. So first of all, it's like, what America said, he said, Africa is not on the world's playlist. Not gonna mess with America's Africa. Let me tell you, there's another way to say that. There's another way to say that. I don't know if I can say it. I might get in trouble, but them's odd Negroes, man. What? Them's eyes. You can't come over here messing with our slaves. So America put Obama, not deep state. I'm saying deep state. Put 7,000 troops all over Africa. You can't mess with ours. These are ours. These slaves belong to us. Belong to us. Damn it, belong to Mick. So they're whispering woo because Russia going to Africa, China's going to Africa. The smart thing is they're not taking the military like France and everybody else. They're actually just making trade deals. Now, mind you, the trade deals are bad, horrible trade deals. They're just terrible. China's bad people. But China actually is trying to make a deal with you. China is actually trying to build up your country. China is going to give you some money for all the minerals they steal out, to give you a chance to build up a military, make your own government, do a little self-determination. America has no interest in doing that. From both presidents who all do the same damn thing, all of them, all four of them, they all work for the deep state. They say, and the idea is you got to take Africa. Why do you got to take Africa? Africa has all the minerals to make all the electronics for the drones. The Middle East has all the oil. South America got some oil too. And so it's this whole same imperialism push. So Maria said, USA, go away. Yes, go away. This is not woo in your ears. This is like you're going on a date with somebody. And you start seeing red flags. The red flags they got a little twitch or titch or something. You know, they kind of got a little something going on with them. They keep hitting you. I went on a date, somebody kept hitting me. They keep hitting you. You're starting to get red flags. It's a dirty deal. Oh, let me show you something else. Look at this. This was another. I hate commercials.
Because space is so huge.
I don't want to see it. I don't want to buy it. Whatever you're selling. Look at this.
Staff to compile a database aimed at monitoring journalists around the world.
DHS.
Under the plan, the government will track more than 290,000 global news sources in more than 100 languages, including Chinese, Arabic and Russian. It will also focus on so-called influencers on social media. This comes at a low point in relations between the media and the Trump administration. The president himself has gone as far as calling it a war.
As you know, I have a running war with the media. Fake news media or press. The crooked media is a failing pile of garbage. It's fake. They are among the most.
Did you see what just happened? I don't know if y'all saw what just happened. Did you see that? They took the whole fake news narrative and used it for the DHS to turn around and monitor journalists all over the world. Is anybody paying attention to this? Is anybody actually watching this? They took something that, and you know what, and mind you, that might have been ingenuous, right? It might have been a true thing and a good thing, but it's like what Brother Mark said in the beginning, right? About Flint, Michigan, and how they always in the food, and Michael Pollan, it's all the same thing. You started off something because the media always lies. It's always fake news. They always lie about everything. And something came to mind too. Same thing with the whole gun control. Things happen, and the gun control, they put this thing in your head and they take it over. And meanwhile, you're fighting with this young kid who's protesting and he wants gun control because people shot somebody in the school, whatever. You're saying he's fake and blah, 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 blah. And no one stops to say, well, why do people not believe the media? It's because the media always damn lies. They know how powerful the media is, so they co-opted it to tell you what to believe, what to think, how to think, wipe away your intellect. So, of course, they don't believe any of these things happen. They believe they're a false flag, and you on the other side are flipping out because you believe everything they say. But see what just happened? This is crazy. So fake news. They took fake news for the Department of Homeland Security will be monitoring journalists in all languages all over the world, every damn where. 290,000, 20 or 29,000, how many was it? So they took this, and this is how this plays out. Let me go back. So it plays out because you saw Trump's face, you see his name, you know that the media always lies, that you'll buy into this. And so they took people who were anti-establishment, because all the people, let's be honest, all the people who voted for Obama and all the people who voted for Trump were anti-establishment. And so they're taking the anti-establishment people, they got up enough hate and division in the other side, and they walk you into supporting the police state. What's crazy about this is they are Homeland Security. This is, so what does Washington think their home is? They think their home is the whole damn world. So they will be monitoring all global news sources, all journalists everywhere, because that's their home. So you took anti-establishment people who don't get it, and you're roping them around to making them pro-police state. So the same way they took Obama's voters and made them pro-police state, pro-police, even though they're murdering everybody, they didn't want to murder it. They're going to take the people who voted for Trump who don't get it on the extreme right, because they're way on the extreme right, because you keep saying horrible things to them, pushing them further, escalating, pushing everybody further to either polar opposites. and they're going to get behind it. They're going to support this world police state monitoring, which is going to end up killing journalists, putting them in jail. And this is how it's going to work. I believe I was not born at a time where these people were here to help. I was born at a time where these people were always up to something. They're going to release to the governments what those journalists are saying. They're going to release to them what stories they're about to put out. They're going to release to those governments who they give the guns to, who they need to put in prison and who needs to be killed. And this is how our world works. Our world is sick. Our world is ugly. It is ugly, but we got to talk about the ugly. We got to embrace the ugly. But this is the narrative. This is exactly how it works. This is the spot where you evolve further than what the last group did who voted for the last president. And you say, no, this is not right. No, we are not getting behind this. No, we are against this, because this is the same damn thing the last administration did, because no administrations are actually ever in control of anything. That's how this works. So Homeland Security, hold on.
Including Chinese, Arabic and Russian. It will also focus on so-called influencers on social media. This comes at a low point in relation. Well, the US government...
Pile of garbage. It's fake. Fake. They are among the most dishonest human beings on earth.
Well, I totally agree. They are. But what they're going to do is they're going to use that against you. They're going to use that against your world, right? Because the fact that the media lies in America has nothing to do with monitoring journalists from other nations, from international news. They're going after international news, and they're leaving the United States journalists alone. Now they'll be monitoring them too, but it's a goal to shut down the international voice. And why is that? Because the people in other countries, the journalists in other countries, will tell the truth about your lying government because they can. Your media will always lie to you, but the international news will always tell the truth or portions of the truth. This is their way of shutting that down. This is a global censorship move.
Well, the US government's plan to monitor journalists has been met with widespread alarm.
Maybe the Trump Homeland Security Forces would like dissidents to wear monitoring bracelets and submit themselves for tattoos, too.
Cool. Not just tattoos. The RFID chips. Like, oh, because Trump would never do anything to me. The same way they said on the other side, Obama would never do anything bad because... And they'd be like, RFID chip, RFID chip. And there'd be one guy in the crowd saying, wait a minute, weren't we against RFID? Isn't RFID a bad thing? Did I say it right? Is it RFID? RFID? RFID, is that a, wait a minute, why are y'all cheering? There'd be one guy in the crowd, be 100,000 people yelling, yeah, but we need RFID chips, you know? Same, it's this tribalism. Don't be stupid enough to get caught up in it.
The Office of Homeland Security wants to dox all the journalists in the country. This isn't bad at all.
When you have a president who has called the press the enemy of the American people, I think it's understandable for people to be concerned when DHS announces that they want to create a media monitoring platform.
Man, oh man, oh man. I don't know what else to say. I'm looking at some comments. I look at this stuff and it's you can see the playbook unfolding. They have not, Brother Chris and I was talking about it this weekend. You can see the playbook. You see the plays. You know where they're going to run. You know there's going to be a hole between the linebackers. They never change their game at all. You know, boxing, because y'all like the gladiator sports. I personally don't watch them. I don't like gladiator anything. But you know that fighter's skills. You know he's heavy on the right, can't do nothing on the left. Never changed his strategy, but you refuse to fight better, right? Another example, basketball. You know he can't dribble with his left. He sucks with his left. But instead of going to the right, you keep going to the left. You keep playing into the same playbook over and over and over because they trigger your identity, your tribalism, and we keep rolling out the police state. So magically, the left becomes anti-police state. I think, are they anti-police state right now? I think they might be. They might be. They write the play, and the right is pro-police state. You know, because the person in government who's running things, who ain't really running things, is somebody they like. Thank you, Sister Susie. You see it over and over and over again and again and again and again and again, and they never change their playbook. They do it the same every single time. And this is why we can't have nice things. You come to, and this is why we can't have nice things. We can't have any nice things because they don't change any of the narratives. They don't ever change the script, and people can't see it. Because sometimes I think it's not about fixing the world for some of these people. It's not about changing things. It's not about the kids. It's not about the poor. It's not about the religions that they don't know nothing about, don't believe anything in, you know. It's always about getting back at the other side. Why do they want to get back at the other side? Because all you do is constantly attack them, and you keep pushing the polar opposites. You keep listening to the narratives, and that drives them and makes them angrier and angrier and angrier, makes you the enemy more and more and more, and the poor is in the middle, and they don't get anything. They die. Because you want to win your football game. That's what it is. This is a football game. That's actually what this is. You got Team Obama and Team Trump. It's a football game. That's all it is. And whoever wins, the stadium always wins. Stadium always takes home all the booty. Stadium takes home all the booty because you're too stupid to realize that it is a game. And you're the one being played. Let me see if I can find it. If I find the clip I'm looking for. This is the one I'm looking for. It's a silly thing. Oh, this ain't it. Dang it. Y'all lucky. I was going to play the Teletubby again. I can't find it. I wish I could find it. If I y'all some Teletubbies, man. If I could find, again. Let me find that clip. Where that clip at? They ain't got no clip, nobody. Oh, man, I'll post it later. That's how I do it on the Teletubby. Just dumb as a Teletubby. Maybe we make that a hashtag. Dumb as a Teletubby. All right, I'm looking at some comments and I'm going to be done with it. There was a couple other things in there. I know Mark did all this. Thank you. BRICS is a club and the USA ain't in it. Brother Mark, spot on. Drove the whole day, brother. Thank you. The world sees the policing of America, its citizens in America. It's the citizens of America that don't. It's crazy. Yes, the world sees it. The world is calling us on it. You know, by the way, I whisper this one. North Korea, don't give up your nukes. They're lying. It's trickery. North Korea, you give up your nukes, you're going to be just like us. You're going to be slaves in the hot box. Hopefully North Korea ain't that stupid. I don't think Kim is that dumb. I don't think, but you still got Americans that are that dumb. They're still screaming and cheering, you know, we got to get the nukes from North Korea. We got a nuclear proliferation. Meanwhile, American government making more nukes, building up the nukes, putting higher technology into nukes, rolling out more anti-nuclear defenses. Like, yeah, we're going to stop we got to get the denuclearized North Korea. Meanwhile, in North Korea, which happens to be a significantly peaceful, more country than the United States, their human rights record is significantly better than the United States of America. Hopefully, I think they get it and they realize, no, the only reason America ain't here is because we have nukes. That's the only reason. Hopefully, Russia understands that. I think they probably do. I think they gave North Korea some nukes in China and they trading nukes off. Oh, man, y'all got that new nuke, got the nuke that go underwater, pop up. Hits DC. Oh, yeah, okay, y'all got that nuke. Okay, can share with me? We're going to give you something else. We got to stand together because America can get you, but they can't get us. They can't get all of us. But this is how this goes. It's always a good thing when the juggernauts fight. Russia ain't good. China ain't no damn good. Neither is North Korea. None of their governments are good. I don't think anybody who wants to tell other people how to live, I don't think they're good. But there are significantly more dangerous governments than others. And the ones that are completely owned by banks and Wall Street, those are the ones you really need to worry about. That's why I think we need to look at Lula. I think we need to pay attention to what he is saying. I think we need to pay attention to those who actually were raised in those impoverished environments, who are actually, they weren't just talking about helping the poor. They actually helped the poor. They grew up in multiracial environments. They grew up with multiple religions. They you know, and you know how we talk about how poverty, it creates the genetic responses for the warrior genes, which makes them psychopaths. And, you know, you don't want someone from every impoverished environment, but you want, it's like a soup. I think it's a soup. It's a soup of the right experiences and the right understandings and having to clean the right shoes while the rich man is hitting you in your head and spitting on you, whatever, and won't pay you right. You know, you really need to swallow that. And so you don't have that warrior gene invoked. You aren't a psychopath that can starve people in Yemen and be cool with that and okay with that. But you understand that every community has its plight, but all those plights are all connected. So I think we need to watch out for him. I think that they're going to put him in prison, but I think it's not because he got the apartment from the construction agency. They're going to put him in prison because he actually was real. He was one of the first real politicians who said something real, who actually did it. You don't need to be praising presidents who aren't doing or didn't do what they were supposed to do for humanity or the country. You need to be praising the ones who did. So I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. Wolves eat weak sheep. Yes, they do, Crystal. They come for the weakest sheep first. Thank you. Amen. We will all be fed to the lions. Jennifer, that's it. The lion's hungry. When the lion gets hungry, it's going to come for you and your babies. So you never cheer a lion going after the weakest like you're going to make it. You don't get to make it. We don't get to make it. This is not how this works. When we teach them that poor human flesh tastes good, they're going to say, ooh, how does middle-class human flesh taste? Oh, that's good too. Ooh, how does lower upper-class middle flesh taste? That's good too. There's no way that you can get out of it. Hold on. Uh-oh, I'm having some crashes. Hold on. Ah, got it. All right, there we go. I had to stop something. I had to stop. People call you, you're doing stuff. I'm about to wrap up though. I'm pretty much done. Watching the news overseas is a whole different experience, eye-opening. Yes, Shelly, it is. And that's why I love it. I watch the news, overseas news. Like I keep saying, don't watch the news, then I watch the news. But you're not hearing what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, don't watch your news. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying when your president, your prime minister, it comes out and says, Russia's fake news, that's who you should watch. When they come out and they say America's fake news, that's who you should watch. Always watch the opposition. It's like when someone tells you about the opposition. If you're on the left and they tell you, oh, well, the right got funky feet, you know, go find somebody on the right and smell their feet. Your feet ain't stinky. Your feet, got a little, like Dorito kind of smell or something, but it's not that funky. Why are they telling me your feet funky? And then you realize after going and talking to them, I know it's the funky feet thing, but you go talk to them and you realize that they say this to demonize the other side. But the other side is made of intelligent people like you who wouldn't jump and do dumb things for no reason at all. There's always a reason they're on the side they are. But you got to talk to them and see if their feet really funky before you decide against them. That's what I'm saying. All right. What else we got? Okay, RFID chip. Thank you, Crystal. I wasn't sure if that was it. Watching the news overseas, blah, 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 blah. Yes, you speak the truth too. Are they going to shut you down? Ivana's asking, I don't know. That's up to them. Ivana, you got to ask them. I don't know. I do my best to, Ivana, I'm a little weird. Like, I believe that you actually got to beat them at their own game. I'm not playing, when I do these videos, I don't believe in checkers, right? I think this is chess. I understand whose platform I'm on. I understand that there are certain things that you can say before you can't say them. I understand certain videos I do, they'll delete right away. I understand that certain things Facebook does not want you to say. Certain things Google does not want you to say. Certain things that the deep state doesn't want you to say. I think you got a chance to say them, then you got to shut up. I won't say everything. I did it a bit. I can't even say. I won't say. I did it. There's a video I did, and the minute I mentioned what I wanted to talk about, they just kept shutting it. Click, hit the button. What are you gonna say? Click, hit the button. I said, Rash, click, hit the button. I said, but it's right, click, I think it's chess. I mean, it's we operate on platforms that are run by people who don't want you to say some of the things you don't want you to say. I think you have a time to say things, but when they demonstrate to you that these are topics they don't want you to talk about, I don't talk about it. I don't talk about it. Like that's. I think that when you, like for some of the people they shut down a lot of my friends. When you teach people how to critically think, and a lot of my friends are phenomenal at it. A lot of you guys are phenomenal at it. They can go think for themselves, right? I don't think that if as an example, it's just an example. It's not the truth, just an example. But if they don't want you to talk about Russian oligarchs of certain names, you don't have to talk about them. People will see it. Critical thought is the key. And so talking about the things they let you talk about, applying critical thought, it walks people into applying critical thought on the other topics. So I don't actually have to go out and say anything in particular. And my friends don't have to go out and say anything in particular. But when your brain starts doing what we should be raising our kids to do, which is to question everything and critically think, you actually don't have to, you're teaching people to think for themselves. So you don't have to tell them anything. So that's why I don't tell anybody anything. I spit out my thought, and my friends use critical thought and facts, and they push it back. Read the comment sections. Always go to the comment sections. This is I think you're new here. Are you new here, Ivana? I think you're new. So I tell you how we work. We don't cuss at each other. We don't fight each other. There's very few trolls in these parts. They don't get to stay. I like adult intellectual discussion. I want to learn. And the only way I learn is by talking to other people, putting out an idea, and the opposition being allowed to speak. That's why I love opposition. I do. I love opposition that's intellectual. I don't like opposition that's ignorant. And so we have intellectual discussions. And the cool thing is, most of my friends, we're all wrong. And we admit it. We say something and it's wrong, right? Somebody corrects us, we change our mind. It does this weird thing to us. It makes us smarter. It's the craziest thing on the planet. I know. Got to be wrong, you can get smarter. And so other places, I guess, other channels, whatever, they like to fight, go back and forth. Your mama this, that, posting, disrespect, blah, blah. I'm not about disrespect. I'm all about all voices. Everybody has a voice. I don't care who you are, as long as you say it with some respect. And usually, if you go back and read the threads, people take care of it. I can't even go back to the old threads anymore. I have enough friends now, I can't even keep up anymore. But people take care of it. Like, you say something that doesn't make sense, somebody else will correct you. But that's the cool thing. I want to know when I don't make sense, right? So that's who we are. That's the fun. And then we laugh a lot. They gotta laugh a lot. You gotta laugh. Ivana, this is what we do. You don't come with like personal type stuff, like for any politicians or anything. We laugh at all of them. They're all dumb as a bag of bricks. You gotta laugh. If you don't laugh, you'll cry. Empire Rising, how many road signs do we need? Yes, Mark, we got road signs everywhere, and people keep supporting it. Yep, they pulled the psyops regarding news, called it fake news, and are policing it all over the world. Priceless. Yes, Sandra, because they do it like Brother Mark said earlier. That's what they do. Something comes out which is grassroots, which is common sense, which makes sense. I'm gonna tell you. Y'all mad at me. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I'm gonna say it. Damn it, I'm grown. I can say it. When Trump said fake news, I about fell out. I laughed my butt off. I cheered. I was happy. I think when he started calling stuff fake news, that's when I came closest to my Trump friends. That's when we was like, he said the right thing. That's when we really got close. Y'all was mad on us. I was like, oh, this mother hubba hubba. Like, hey, listen, I like truth wherever it comes from. When Obama was speaking the truth about legalizing marijuana and ending the war on drugs and actually helping the poor people before he did what he did, supported the deep state, supported mass incarceration, made the war on drugs even worse, putting whistleblowers in prison, they're shutting down journalism, like, rolling out the police state, making sure that black lives don't matter, nor do white lives. But I'm gonna be honest. I think Trump gonna do the same thing. I do, because this is how this works. We've had example after example after example. From Nest Teeth. I'm not even going through all the examples. I watched the beginning of the video. It's funny, like we'll start on a topic. It's a whole list of things I want to talk about. And I just started reading my friends' comments like, nope, goes here, goes there, goes there. And that's how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a conversation. We got to conversate. So I was happy when I saw the fake news. Fake news is true, but they've co-opted it now. They own it, and they're going to use the fake news narrative to roll out the police state to shut down real news and make sure fake news is the only thing that gets shown all over the world. Like we don't know, Facebook plays the games with our feeds and posts. You're offline. I know. I'm okay with that. I know. Wilhelmina, I accept it. This is their town. This is not my town. This is Facebook Cafe. If you're watching me on YouTube, it's YouTube's cafe. If you're watching on Periscope, it's their cafe, and they're only gonna show what they want to show, which I'm okay with. I'm totally okay with it. Let me click over here. I was actually make sure I'm on. Yeah, I'm on YouTube too. So yeah, but they hi YouTube. Everybody say hi to YouTube. YouTube here too. All right, let me go down to the bottom. Now I'm gonna kind of wrap it. No, I'm not gonna do that. There's a whole bunch of things I could talk about. I run out of time. Let me get the last couple comments. These fossils running the world need to be placed back into the earth. Yes, Leah, absolutely. These are fossils running the earth, and maybe that's why they embrace and they love fossil fuels. Christine said a decent proposal. I guess that might be a book or something, Christine. I'm not sure what that is. Good morning, Brother Shane. A little late to the house. We about to shut down. Although I'm back in the comments. You could have came in 20 minutes ago. I wouldn't know. Hugo Chavez. Check how actual Venezuelans felt about him, and the U.S. tried to depose him. Yeah, well, the U.S. Wilhelmina, the U.S. always does that. I mean, when you look at economic hitmen, right? Smedley Butler, and he wrote his own book. But when you start to look at how the U.S. actually plays everybody all over the world, it's always the same narrative. They never change the playbook. It's the colonizer playbook. And this is what I think, because people they don't understand colonizer. I don't know why they don't understand. I say it enough damn times. A colonizer, I think it's a culture, right? And it's got all these little subcultures and sub narratives and ills and crazy disease, dumb things that have to support the whole colonizing model of murdering people and taking what's not yours. You know, we're all cultures from all over the planet. Colonizing isn't a race anymore. Colonizing is a mindset, and it's a mindset of people who agree with murder and taking something that's not theirs. And then you have a whole group of colonizing support people who stand behind it because they're doing a little better in the colony than other people. And we have to get out of that. We all have cultures that were taken from us. We all have cultures that we can go back to, and we need to go back to them. So when I say colonizer, that's what I'm talking about. Let me see. I watched when I traveled over there. Wow. Yes, Shelly. And there's news, right? When you travel, you'll see that you won't see here. Because they even limit what actually can come in. But you can get a little truth. I think you got to read between the cracks, and you got to use YouTube and the international news where they'll let things actually come in. I grab save right away when I know a video is going down. Personal life. Yes, Shelly, because they're taking them all down. There's certain things. Sometimes they'll stay up for a day or two. Sometimes they'll stay up for a few minutes. Other times they'll shut it off in the middle of the broadcast. Because if you're saying things that are true, you have people watching you. I don't think I'm that big. I don't think I have anybody watching me. They usually get me later. I think I lucked up one day. I think one day I lucked up and maybe like somebody who's big wasn't on. And I actually somehow made it to the medium, moderate, little guy list. And the guy was watching. Anytime I said a certain word, it was like, boop. The camera shut down. I was like, that's weird. Like, I'm a conspiracy theorist in my head. I'm thinking deep state coming, something happened, black helicopters, whatever. And I'm like, wait a minute. Let me post a video again. Let me see, is it my bandwidth or is it something? And I post a video again, and the video's going. I'm going for like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Some people remember the day. And they're like, and I'm say the word again. See what I said the word, like, boop. They shut it off again. I said, I'm gonna try it one more time. Let me see. And I went on the third time. I said it. He shut me off again. I was like, you bastard. But I love you. I love you. I know you got a job to do, baby. It was Mike. Mike couldn't watch Debbie that day. He's watching me. Couldn't watch Claudia, somebody else. He's watching me, and he's like, nah, we're going to get you. I don't care that you're mocha. I don't care. Bored. I don't care you speaking for poor people. My job is to shut you down because most of the people who voted for this government, Democrats and Republicans, just lost in identity politics, keep them in power. Therefore, you don't have anything to say. When you say my list of topics, they give them topics for the day. You can't talk about this. No chemtrails, no vaccines, no drugs, no pharmaceuticals, no fossil fuels, no, okay. Russian oligarch. These are the things that you can't say. And if anybody says them, they shut you off. But also, let me see. All right, I got a few more minutes. So I also know, though, coming from an IT background, that there actually is software that listens for words. There's software that actually reads comments. And so I know that it could just be, you know, there are 10,000 people sitting in a data center just waiting for a flag to go up. You say something, it captures it, it sends them a flag. On their screen, it pops up, okay, he's talking about vaccines. Okay, he just said, yep, he sure is. The software was right. Boop, and they shut you off. So good thing that you saved. Hogg, Sheriff, Israel, and Trump called for the warrantless detainment of any who criticize MSN narrative in these shootings for mental health assessment. Yes, Christine, and you're spot on. You're spot on. When people who hate the police state are now cheering the police state, you understand that it was never the police state they had an issue with. It was never the issues of the poor. It was never the issue of the Constitution or the Bill of Rights that they want. It was never states' rights that they actually wanted. It actually was just to beat the other side, because that's what it's all about. It's always about just beating the other side. It's never the true thing, which is why they never do their homework. They never do their research, and they'll never turn on the people who are speaking against and doing against what they say. And that's how you can spot a sellout. That's how you can spot a hypocrite, and you call them for what they are, with love, right? All right, let me see. We can all play the mind game. Absolutely, Lynn. Sometimes you can start a comment, others finish. Yes, absolutely. Shelly, let me see. I love comment section. That's where the real of exchange happens. Yes, it does, Mary, which is why I go back and I read all the comments. Every video I post, I do my best, and probably 97% of the time, I'm able to read every single comment, because that's what makes me smarter. You ever watch a video late, you can't have fun with us live? I go back and read all of them. And my friends do too, because I'll see them go back and commenting on video that was like a month old, right? But that's where the data is. That's where a lot of the good exchange happens. So you really don't have to watch a live broadcast. The point is, we start a discussion, and that's the great thing about these videos is you can go back at any time and learn about a topic. You can go back and comment on a topic. Something changes, new information comes out, you can go back and say, Gerard, you lied, you bastard, you were wrong. This happened, and and it'll ping me, and I'll go back and say, like, oh, damn it, I was wrong. Okay, good. All right, awesome. Now I'm smarter. Let's go back. I can come on and say, I was wrong, and I didn't say this. But this is how we learn together. This is how we learn together. Maria says she loves my energy and my humor. Thank you, Maria. I don't think it's my energy or my humor. I think I'm just sick of it. I think this is all silly, dumb, stupid. And I just come in here and I just say what they do. And it's funny, and I start laughing. I don't know why. I probably shouldn't laugh at the bad people. But then again, the bad people don't want me laughing at them. So I think it's important we laugh at them. Conversation is the last weapon before people pull out their guns. Ooh, Crystal, yes, amen. Amen on that one. That is totally true. When people are laughing, they're not fighting. And when people aren't fighting and the emotions aren't high and the escalation and the epigenetics isn't flipping warrior genes, people are actually listening, and they're talking, and they're having real conversations. And I think that's how we get out of this. Like, I think that's the only way that we're going to get anywhere, is we have to use humor. We have to laugh and have those type of conversations. But if you always keep it jovial, you always keep it light, then we can get somewhere. But after people escalate, things get, you can't talk. Like, you ever go in like a couple's fighting in a relationship or marriage or something, and they're just after each other. Yo, mama this, yo, mama that. You stink, you fight, you little, you too big, you not this, you nasty, you that, and they're going back and forth. You don't jump in that conversation. You don't, you keep walking. Because after people get all emotional, they get irrational, illogical, and they're not there to learn anything. They're not actually there to fight for the marriage they say that they love, because they probably do. But after they really get hooping and hollering, it's pointless. And so I think if you keep things jovial, you can actually have a good conversation. Last couple comments, I'm gonna let it go. Damn, they're giving propaganda world-class status straight out of America. For the world. Yes, Sandra, because they're going for the world. That's what they've always been after, and they are getting it. That imperialism, that colonizing mindset, because you have so many sellouts on both sides of all of these issues who refuse to be honest. And they're taking They're taking corruption worldwide, man. Like the Romans got nothing on America or the banks or whoever runs America. They're taking this thing worldwide. Oh, use pig Latin, Jennifer. Oligarchy, Russian A, can't talk about it day. Is that pig Latin? You can't talk about Russian aid, oligarch. You put an A, I just put an A behind everything. No, that's not pig Latin. I forgot I speak pig Latin. They're all a bunch of maternal intercoursers. That's too deep, Wilhelmina. I don't know what that means. You're gonna have to give me a definition. I'm not that smart. I said it all on Twitter, no holding back. I have 18 monitors on Facebook. Go on, Shelley. You can fight and swing. I do my best to try to play chess. I think they say Twitter is the worst censorship. That's where the worst censorship's happening. I don't know. I still don't know how to use Twitter. I play with it when I can. I post stuff and everything. It's hard. I don't know. I can't figure it out, Shelley. I'll post stuff. I'm not sure how to go back and like and reshare and tweet. And sometimes I'm on Instagram. I think it's on Twitter, and I'm on Twitter, and I think it's Instagram. I typed in Twitter. I typed in tweeter.com and nothing came up. So I'm a little confused on Twitter. Learn pig Latin. Let me see. Learn gibberish. Alicia, let me see. You can't take this world too seriously because we're all living a real life reality show for many of the so-called leaders. Yes, Leah, and I think that's where we go with it. I think that we have to realize we are on the Truman Show. This is a reality TV show where pretty much everything is a lie. Like, you know how Truman started getting a little paranoid towards the end? He's like, who you talking to? What? You said something? Who you talking to? What? You know, you got to get paranoid. Get a little paranoid. I think you got a little paranoia and you know that it's all a lie, then you don't get excited about anything. You don't get nothing as personal. You don't get to hooping and hollering about anything because you know it's all a lie. You know that none of us really actually know the truth. You don't know what's somebody behind the mirror. You don't know who they're working for. You don't know if the writer's like, okay, go in there and say this. Let me see. We need to get him to stop talking. We need to get her to stop talking. Okay, send a Chippendale. Make sure he's this. Let me see. What culture does she likes this ethnicity. Okay, send her into his life. Say that they fell in love. Send Don Juan, Ricky Fontaine. and they screw you up because now you're falling in love. You're stupid. You're not talking about human rights anymore. But it's all a lie. We are all in this one big reality TV show. And they're playing all of us, even me. Every last one of us got some strings. The only thing I'm doing, I think, I'm doing my best to cut as many strings as I can, right? Like we just dancing, they got us dancing, doing the puppet thing. And I'm like, damn it, there's a string. Cut that one, all right? But they got these other fingers. Damn it, those are some strings too. Cut that one, you know. And then after a while, you're looking like a gang member or something. I don't know. All I'm saying is you got to, when you see your indoctrination strings, you got to start cutting. And we got to be honest with each other. None of us really know what's true. But the only truth I think that we have to stick to is this world can't go on like it is. This is not sustainable. The anger is not sustainable. The wars aren't sustainable. The environmentalism destruction is not sustainable. Taking away people's rights and violating every constitution and every Bill of Rights in every country, none of it for profit, none of it sustainable. The future of this looks very, very bad because the robots are actually going to take all of our jobs and they're going to do everything. So we might only have less than a generation's, what I think, to fix this. That's why I don't think we have time to keep playing these games of, oh, I need to make sure my kids go to a good college and get the math, science, and English and get a good job. The job is not going to be there. It's not going to be there. That is a path. Propping up what we have today, it's a path that guarantee your children will be slaves if they are left alive, because corporations don't care. It's not a dark view of the future. It is a true view of the future. Profit does not care. Profit. This is why America is so brazen in the way it is, and Americans can't do anything to alter this path. I don't care that you think Trump is fighting the deep state. I don't care that you think Obama did fight the deep state. It does not matter. It's not working. It did not work, and it's not going to work. Because profit doesn't care how you die, baby. That's Ty. Where Ty at? Profit doesn't care how you die. Profit doesn't care how your kids die. Profit only cares that they die. And they keep you stupid enough to walk your children right back onto the slave plantation or worse. So I'm thinking we got to be smarter than that. Anyway, last couple comments. I know I'm way over, but somebody says, I try to watch the room and I see people, when people start cheering what somebody else says, I got to read what it says. We got to do a place where like people can vote up comments. That would be really cool. Facebook, if you're watching, y'all watching, Deep State, y'all watching? You watching? Hello? Hello? This thing on? Hello, Deep State? It would be cool if what y'all could do is if y'all could go ahead and allow people to vote up comments so I can see the comments that when they say a funny joke about your mama, that she funny and she danced like this or whatever, it's something stupid. I can focus on that. That would be really cool. Y'all should do that. Y'all should think about helping us. I know the Deep State guy, what his name? John. Who watched me today? John, like, that ain't funny. That ain't funny. I got a mortgage to pay, man. That ain't funny. I might shut you off just for that, punk. All right, I don't know. We started with Lula and we ended up down here. I don't know how all this happens. Somebody said a comment I was going to focus in on. I think I missed it. Somebody had an analogy and I'm missing it. Who's it, Mary? Somebody had an analogy. I missed. Ty is sleeping. Ty good. Ty needs to get some rest. Ty needs some rest. Work too hard, stay up too late. I'm an old man. I can't stay up late. Who had an analogy? I love analogies. Somebody, I guess I missed it. All right. Well, I have to go back and read it. Oh, Mary. Dropping the teleprompter more often. Oh, Mary. Okay. Y'all joined late. You have to go back and watch it. But yeah, that's interesting. Okay, we can go with the conspiracy theory for a minute. So what if he dropped the teleprompter intentionally? What if it was just like, oh my goodness, how the hell did that drop? Oh goodness. Y'all beware of the Deep State, because the Deep State controls every damn thing that I say. And I see where you're going with that. That might actually be what happened. But like I said, that's what I do believe. I do believe that these guys mean well. I do. I think they're human beings. I think that they have their own indoctrination. Trump was raised rich. Obama was, I don't know, something happened to him somewhere around it because he started off poor and he said all these good things. But when you get in office, you only have moments to say the truth. And so what Mary's saying, I think what Mary's saying is you just knock the teleprompter off the stage. Oh, damn. I can't be careful. I have to be careful about what I say up here because they're controlling everything I say and I do. And that's why nothing I do equates anything I promised in the campaign ever. And it's not my fault. Anyway, I got to go. Listen, thanks for y'all joining. Love y'all to death. Y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.